This is No Money Mo Money. This tiny potato's been on an adventure to experience everything on the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. But after a night of betrayal and loss, there's only one path left to continue his adventures. A path that will take him So the Mogtome event is back, and this time there's a few things I want to get. There's the uniques, which are like these earrings, but I probably will never wear them, so I'll leave them at the bottom of my list. Return to Oblivion, I don't think you can get until Shadowbringers, so this will probably be the only way I can get that. Gwibbers you can't get in free trial normally. The Iron Frog I believe is Shadowbringers as well, so I couldn't get that normally. So that's just going to need me to go through the Mogpendium, do my weeklies, do my big challenges if I can, because again, it's not progression locked, which means it'll be a bunch of stuff I don't have access to. In fact, there will be stuff in there like the Ultimog challenge that you have to be level 90 for, and I'll never have access to on this character, so that's great. But, you know, do some dailies, do some weeklies, run what I can, ignore what I can't, and spend a lot of time in the Gold Saucer just knocking out gates, because gates is a very consistent, every 20 minutes there's a gate in the Gold Saucer, and every single gate gives you some amount of tomestones. So if you just sort of sit around doing gates all day, which is very boring to do, but if you do that, it's a consistent way to get quite a few tomes, so I'll probably be doing a lot of that. Alright, I got well over the 2,000 score needed to get my Mogtomes this time. I think it popped up just before the screen went black, I noticed there, and I think it was like 8 Mogtomes, so that's great. Plus another 500 purple gatherer scripts, those will come in very handy, so all in all, a great ocean fishing trip. One thing I'm finally going to be able to do this week is finish the fashion report. Now, I do have to go and grab some resources. I snagged some dyes from the dye monger that I couldn't craft. I can craft one, but I need to go get some stuff. One thing that I am going to have to get and do a little bit something special with is Bright Lily seeds. One of the items that I need is any one of these Bright Lily corsages. Unfortunately, you can't just gather that. I have to actually grow some Bright Lilies, which the seeds will, and they'll just give me one at random. And then I can craft that up. So, time for some more gardening, I guess. Turns out it's not good enough for me to just plant this stuff in a garden plot like usual. This is something that can only be grown in a flower plot. So thank you once again to Bello for letting me snag one of her flower pots and harvest it. Don't worry, she gave me permission to go ahead and uproot this thing. I would just do that randomly. So the Bright Lily is down, and since I'm not interested in crossbreeding this at all, I'm going to go ahead and use Shroud Soil. And that's the best I can do for that today, because that flower is going to take an entire day to grow. So let me just tend to this, and then go and take care of a few other things this week. And we'll come back to this crap later!
Tomorrow for sure.
Alright, looks like our flowers are grown. Nice. Red Bright Lilies, and I get 2 of them. Now that I've got the freaking Bright Lily that I needed. Freaking gardening, man. All these little caveats on what you could do on free trial, but this is a weird one, gardening, in that it's like technically possible, but also really difficult. Anyway, let's go ahead and craft up these few things I need for this fashion report and get it done, shall we? And there we go. There's the items that I need for the fashion report. This is a very stupid outfit, but whatever. Come on, he's adorable. You know you want to give him a high score. Let's do this. $100, baby! Prize for participating in a little something extra. 60,000 MGP. What happens in the saucer 4. And you look marvelous 3. 1,000,000 MGP of the gold saucer attractions. That's awesome. And I got 100 points in the fashion report, so I'm a fashion leader now, baby. You know what? This just screams fashion leader, doesn't it? It doesn't look goofy at all. And that's the only time you're gonna need to get the 100, is to get the achievement and the title and all those rewards. From this point on, as long as you get 80 on the fashion report each week, you can get the full reward from it. 3 rounds, won every single round. Definitely taking first place in that tournament. Huzzah! First ever time I've managed to take first place in an actual triple triad tournament. Ooh, and I picked up a couple of card decks too. First in an open tournament, the Phoenix card. So I'm currently standing here in front of the collectibles people in Idleshire because we still need to craft our 3-star crafter set, which would effectively be the best craftable set of gear. But we're also many points off from being able to do that. See, the craftsmanship and control we need for this is 870 and 835. And we still need almost 150 control, and we still need almost 30 craftsmanship. The real problem is that all of these are melded with tier 4. There are tier 5 materias. You can only equip them on item level 160 gear, but look at my item level, 170. We've finally crafted ourselves into the next tier of materia. So I can actually hold level 5 materia on my gear, and the stat boost from that is much better. So today is gonna be all about gathering a ton of materials, making a bunch of rarefied crafts for crafter scripts, and then just buying a bunch of rank 5 materia and melding it up. So once again, gathering and crafting montage, go! Let's go ahead and use up these things to at least get ourselves up to level 70 in all of our crafters finally. Tempa, 7, done. And Heart of Gold, 7. As well as Mastering the Hand, 3. That is the last of my crafters. All finished. I am the god of the hand. I traded that one because I'm having to trade in a lot of collectibles in order to get the scripts I need. So I'm gonna get a lot of these collectible achievements pretty soon. So we'll get 8 of the craftsmanship and just a little bit of the CP and control. Some rough melding gets me to the 870 craftsmanship I need. I'm nowhere near the 835 control, but I ran out of materia and scripts. It's not that I ran out of room to meld. So I'm just gonna have to keep gathering and crafting and selling and getting more scripts and turning them into materia and Once I've fully melded up my gear as much as I can, we'll see where I am. I don't think I'm going to get the crafter gear done this week because I'm still short on stats. There's still room materia-wise that I can do if I go into over-melding, but that's going to require a bunch more scripts, a bunch more crafting, a bunch more collectibles, all that stuff. One other option that I have that might be able to get me where I need to be is food. This seafood stew here is slightly better than the food that I currently have. I'm gonna go ahead and gather up the ingredients I need just to craft this once. There's everything we need for this craft. Unfortunately, it's not a very fun craft. I have to fish up 3 separate fish. I have to gather ether sand and multiple time nodes. Like, this is not a friendly craft. The fewer times we have to use this craft, the better. That gives us our seafood stew. I'm gonna go ahead and use one just to make sure. It's 58. I still need 58 control off of purely materia. That's gonna require overmelding and breaking and lots of crafting scripts. 250 rarefied max potions. Not easy, by the way, because collectibles don't stack in your inventory, so I've had to craft them in bulk batches. Which, of course, has capped my crafter scripts about 4 times over this. God, this has taken so long. But that also means I have 67 control materia now to play with. The seafood stew can only do about 5% bonus to my control, which is not a lot. It also caps out at 31 as a maximum. Okay, 835. And if the food is 31 maximum, that means I need 800 for control in order to cap out my breakpoint. Right. 804 control. Let's see what we can do, shall we? 802. I don't really need 7, but hey, why not? Oh my god, he shattered every single one of those materia. Oh my god, he shattered all of them. Oh my god. 24, 20 materia. At a 7%, I lost 20 materia. He shattered everything. 806, without melding up any of the primary or secondary, which means it'll cross over to all of my crafters rather than having individual variances in my craftsmanship and control. Gets me to 834, 837. I finally have the control breakpoint I need. It only took me 250 rarefied max potions, fully capping my crafter scripts 4 times, and shattering 60 plus control materia on the altar of melding. But the grind for the materials is going to be a nightmare, so we're saving that one for next week, shall we? Let's go become a detective. That or just shoot everybody. Whichever one's faster, honestly. There's an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't know how to shoot a bow. Oh god. Some effort into it. Wear gloves for God's sakes, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. You're entirely too capable, Inspector. You need to spend time with us and become insane. His job, he just likes doing it. Belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Like that buffoon Hildebrand. Look, Hildebrand may not be the investigator that Eorzea needs, but he's certainly the one they deserve. Obtain the services of a certain gentleman. Oh man, my peerless inspector. Nope, not quite. Nope, not the inspector you expected. Lady cries out for her guardian and gentleman must needs oblige. They're such idiots and I love it. slumber nor sleep until the fiend who comes the treaty blades run to justice. Those are the same things, but okay. Briardien, consulting inspector. Conniving inspector? Like that conniving inspector? Strange flying thing, and I dropped it in the water. Must belong to the Royal House of Thorn. What an uptight lady. Get over yourself. Search for my vase in the pouring rain and horrible weather right now. Yep, sure. Send your daughter out to die of pneumonia. That's all. Old Dawn was on my way. Wait, she was walking all the way from Old Dawn? Wow, her mother's a piece of crap. Cool, let's go find the vase. Don't you feel afraid you're into this adventure for help? Understand? I like that Ellie is like, well, he's the only capable one, even if he is a tiny baby. Flamboyant oaf. No, that's Greg. So gross my search, I did not notice. Demon bird that absconded with my weapon. For a moment, only to see it next to the talons of that accursed creature. My haste, I must have stepped on your vase. I can't believe the thing survived the fall for him to step on. Yes, I know exactly who we should get to help put the vase back together, don't you, Hildy? To introduce myself, I'm Gilgamesh, and that is Enkidu. Pleasure's all mine, Gilligan. Hard you remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. I must dance. Like he made an oath to himself not to dance. That doesn't last long. Mandeville man, doing what only a Mandeville can. Curtis to Thottlin, a Mandeville man. Oh my god, it's so stupid, the man dance. Cannot avert mine eyes. He's already freaking exhausted. And everyone's watching me. Great. Dance, you tiny Manderville baby, dance! One of the best characters in the entire game. I like that my character really did pull out his gun. Drawn here by some coincidence, were you? You came in search of me! Why else gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion? How the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? Who indeed? Ah, my son is alive! Time to traumatize him! Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. So Thaumatursi, is this the end lives? Not you just spinning in place. I love every single scene with Godford. It's just the best. Yeah, you keep trying, buddy. You just keep trying. Flash stepping back and forth. Hildebrand, Eleanor, Maximilian, Vanderbilt. Oh man. Look, I missed you, son. Slam. You're Hildy's father. Godbird, the goldsmith, Mandeville man. Cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. Never. He will never cease the undulations. That's why he shows off the whole body. Hey look, it's perfect. But he is Godbert, so hold your applause until the end. A Godbert original. Heavens, I am something of a duelist myself. Just pass with this fellow, I'd welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. Gee, you're a duelist, you say, Greg. Oh, that's interesting. You all no shame until you make my daughter complicit in chicanery. Oh, gaudy trash. No resemblance whatsoever to the... I mean, technically the shape is about the same. Lord Vanderbilt! Yep. That's his gaudy trash. That exquisite vase over yonder. Previous comments do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh. I love it! Yeah, like she hates the way it looks, but it's a Godbird original? Oh my god, I'll take it! Review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardien. Yeah, no, consenting is very much the wrong word there, Hildy. He doesn't want our help at all. Any information on the duelist? Said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. A towering brute dressed in red, you say? But... wields a halberd. No, Greg doesn't have a halberd, so it couldn't be him. I love that the two actual decent inspectors are people with half a brain cell in each of their heads, walk away, and then Gilgamesh immediately walks up after that. And not even, like, deviously. Gilgamesh is just as dumb as Hildy is. It's like, he wasn't trying to wait for them to leave, he just happened to not come up until they left. This outfit, oh, now I'm intrigued. Why would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Says the man wearing that outfit. Hello there, my friends. He's just wandering around and people keep not seeing him. It's just Greg. For a moment, I thought you might have spotted our thief. Conclude that having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildebrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways, retreating into hiding. And there goes Greg, right behind her. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. Look, she found the crappy gun lance. Self-same spirit which propelled me to the Red Moon. Where would you find it? Off to search for the duelist. She's just like, hi, Greg. Bye, Greg. I love that she's just waving at him, and she has the gun lance, and he's too oblivious to notice it, and everyone else is too oblivious to notice him. I know my weapon is close by. I know my weapon is close by, I'm sure it is. Uh-huh. Hell that you would understand. In some ways, it bore resemblance to his spear, but in other respects, it was quite different. Crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel, which is utterly pointless because there's nowhere for it to actually shoot. First weapons I had in my collection after arriving in these lands. How you're to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. Yeah, no, do a double, triple, quadruple take. Couple more takes there, Hildy. Weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to... yes, it does. The strongest of spears. It's weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Spirit have traveled together to the very heavens. I'll not relinquish it again. Bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. And we're at an impasse. Oh my god, it's so stupid. So dumb. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Tiny baby's getting dizzy. I believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Yep, you bumbled upon the duelist. Ah. It was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. I'll never wonder what your role in this play was. Silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. Last I understand, we were fated to duel, you and I. Sure, why not? I'll shoot you in the face right now. Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time! Makes himself a big old bastard. I mean, you really didn't need to do that. I'm already, like, 1 foot nothing. So, It's great that you embiggened yourself, but I'm already tiny, so I don't really care. Battle on the big bridge. Let's, there we go.
Go on, Enkidu. It's Toad, your favorite. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me.
Yeah, sure, pal.
Not? Ha! I lied. Heavathy.
Heavathy.
Why, I've been
Yeah, that
hurt.
didn't work.
This is far from the strongest of
Good
spears.
luck with
I
that.
feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I just remembered something. Oh, I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles.
Hello, Greg.
I feel we've gained an understanding. An understanding that I will pound you silly! Ha-ha!
Oh, he's singing again.
Rocket punch! I won't go down so easily.
No, okay. Oh boy, lots of these. All over the place.
Well then.
Well then. What, pal? Does Tiny Baby have to shoot you in the face some more? Enough of a beating for now. Uh-huh. Sure, bud. Totally gonna make it. Yes, of course. Sure, whatever. I'm sure he's fine. Relax. Hildy, just empty hand holding it out. Yes, sure. Find addition to my collection. Except, business is concluded. Is it? Is it really? Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't just make a horrible, horrible mistake? Uh-huh. Why didn't you wait for me at the docks? Oh no, did you make a horrible, horrible mistake? It failed miserably. And of course with a face that looks absolutely nothing like her, but okay, whatever. Or spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Yeah, he only spoke of the halberd, huh? Interesting, isn't it? Isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little braids? It must be so boring. Dude! Just cut Hildy's legs right out from under him, why don't you? Gee, I don't know, but here comes a card! Man dance! Snoozing away. And Hildy posing. Right in the forehead. Have to make this man just as insane as the rest of us, don't we? Oh, my precious forehead, owie! This is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briardien. You see, actually, that one's almost accurate. Like, there's something underneath that lack of intelligence that's almost intelligence. Here's if I slept 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. Lapis Maiden's virtue. Very well, I and I alone, Hildebrand Agent acquired. Inspector Extraordinaire. Once more, accept your challenge. It just interrupts him completely. Yup. Oh my god, Hildy. He's like, ah. He's gonna kill him. You wanna challenge us to face me, buffoon? Yep. I have to pull that stick out of Briardien's butt and make him act like an imbecile like the rest of us. Kid gets it. Head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy. Not bad at all. Yup. You're bringing smiles to people's faces, even if you're not a goldsmith. I guess it works out for him. Gentleman hero Hildebrand. Yeah. Reclaim the fair maiden's virtue. Seeds of jealousy. That one is especially fun. That quest. True love bloom on the battlefield. Will this man of a man find a man of a wife? No, absolutely not. What's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. That's nicely look. Give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time. Moron.